could have been better, and it goes around the group, and it's a great team building thing where one person says something and it could have been worse, it could have whatever, and the next person could have been better, could have been worse, could have been, and so we played that game that whenever it was really bad, we started to play the game. Could have been worse. Well, it could have been better, it could have not happened. It could have been worse, we could have all died. You know? And it just gets funny, and then you forget what you're talking about.
So how many miles, how many kilometers was it so far to date?
So far, 10,767, 69.
Yeah, we've got about another 250 miles.
Somewhere around there.
Okay.
Which is perfect because we're just under 2 weeks, so it's about, we share the load there, 125 odd a piece.
Yeah.
Away we go. I need to switch my runners though, actually.
Yeah.
So it'll be alright.
Yeah. We average, because we're out for 12 months, 11,000 miles, so just under 1,000 a month. So, and sometimes, like in Toronto, we break for 2 weeks because we had events in Toronto and Woodstock and golf in London. But other than that, we run for like 5 days a week.
How will you be a normal person again?
I'm hoping to never.
They never
Yeah.
How will you be a civilian?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
It's a tough question. It really is.
You're going to give up running, right?
Yeah. For a time period, yeah. He won't. But it's certainly something that we have a hard time contemplating right now, because it's really, you think about your son at Christmas time and everything's about Christmas. Yes. You can't plan for the 26th, and it's very much like that for us right now. Like for the next,
13 days?
Yeah, how many days until we finish on Friday the 8th? It's Christmas.
Like Christmas Eve almost, right?
Yeah.
Christmas,
Yeah.
Yeah. Because getting in yesterday, that's what was so cool. Is not only we back on familiar Terra Nova, but that it's essentially, that's the start of our homecoming. So instead of just having one day on May 8th, we've got like this whole time, like the island is packed. And then we have one of our teammates, Brenda, who literally almost single-handedly, and then with the help of obviously a lot of other people, but it was her and fire that lit. She's essentially having 4 days of Run for One Planet days in Palworth. There's like a community run, there's a fundraiser dinner, there's a dance. We could have been we could have been in a golf tournament.
I don't even golf.
And go snowshoeing.
You could run it.
Yeah. There's
But then
6 schools.
Yeah, and then 6 schools.
Yeah.
Like pack. And so, that's what's so great about starting yesterday, and then today, and then now 2 days, and then we're going to my Aunt Jane and Frank's for 2. Oh, I already did. And then my beautiful mom came down and surprised me.
Yes.
And Steph, who right now is on dialysis for the 2nd time there with us. A wee kid that's keeping her going, and it's, I had to say it. But, just to know that you're here, and, was just the biggest gift. And I will forever, ever be grateful. Yeah, I mean, that's
We're like a dog in the car approaching. He knows he's going to go for a walk. That's my mom. That's my mom. I'm like, no, we have to go through customs. We have to go through customs. That's my mom. I'm like, I know, Mom. That's your mom. Customs. And seriously, he was going to jump out and run.
And one foot on the park, one thing on the park brake.
Picture him getting cuffed, like boom, down on the ground. Kind of like the time there was a wire on the ground and Matt didn't see it, and both his feet, like it was a newspaper wire. He didn't see it, and both his feet got caught in it, and he went flat down on his it was right on Halloween, and he went flat down. Like I looked back, and he was like this, like fully on the ground, and it was like when you're really not supposed to laugh, And I was like, oh my God, he looks so funny.
I was mid-sentence. What were we talking about? Something funny. Like we were just like, blah.
Wow. And we had a media interview in like 15 minutes. It was Matt's turn. And so he got on, he's like, I just hit my head.
My belt was wrong,
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. And I've been beamed off the head. Like in Toronto, I got beamed in the head by a parking meter. Like not a meter, but how the parking garage door comes down?
Not the garage door, no,
the arm?
Yeah.
We're walking along. Bing! With the head.
Yeah.
So we've had some chiropractic adjustments.
And the million actions?
Yes. I'd say we're, yeah, about 20,000.
Yeah.
Because it's really become, you know, especially with your stores, obviously all across Canada, and then now around here. And then we really went absolutely crazy with the schools. And so every school event, so if we're talking to 500 kids, it's 500 actions right there. And so right now, you know, it's funny, that's actually a great question because, you know, our goal obviously was $1 million actions. That means like a million marathons per day. And so in some eyes, I know that I don't think, even the person that asked me this question, which was a reporter for Vancouver Magazine, was, well, you guys are way far short of your mark. You know, you got 90,000 in the bank. You got, or the foundation, you got, you know, about 20-odd thousand actions. So how does it feel to have not made your goal? And it was really interesting because I was actually so proud of what went into reaching those goals. Because I think that's probably been our greatest gift, is we've realized that it has to start right here. It has to start with every single step adding up. So if that meant that every action was because we literally talked to a single kid that was in a collection of, whether it was a single kid or whether it was a kid of 1,000 at a school, or a single dollar that somebody came by the RV or ran up to us and said, I saw you guys running back there in Chocowinity, South Carolina. What are you doing over here in Charleston? You know, and they were like, that's worth $20, you know, and you know, it's been, you know, dare I say, it's been like the grassroots. Like we're kind of feel like we're digging in the grass, you know.
Yeah, it's become so much more about the experience, about every single person, because that's along the way that's become what we believe is one of the most powerful mechanisms to making environmental change is grassroots, one-on-one, meaningful connections where people emotionally are engaged to carry change. And we know that you know, that doesn't happen fast. That happens meaningfully, and when it happens and it sticks. And so we still have the goal of $1 million and 1 million actions is going to continue on with the legacy. And you know what? The time that it takes to do that is the time it takes to do that, because we know that when we reach those, we will have reached that. Like we will have actually changed that many actions. You know, and you know, doing it in a year, I think, I don't know, maybe we may have had to have started off at a bigger point, because we didn't, you know, we didn't have, you know, multinational connections. You know, we had great connections, but certainly I think that it'll be, it's more within the long-term plan now. It's kind of rolled over into the legacy.
Say one of, oh yeah, please.
Can I just say something? It's kind of like you guys maybe don't know, okay, from a banking point of view, maybe the financials aren't what you had anticipated or hoped for, but it's kind of, maybe you have reached that million, because it reminds me, and you don't know it, because it reminds me of that ad that was on a number of years ago. You know, she had something, she told two people, then they told two people, then they told two people, then they told. You guys could have already met that benchmark.
Yeah.
And it's like the mother who doesn't know if they have any grandchildren. You don't know what's out there.
It's good.
So true.
Yeah.
What's that saying? You never know who you've touched, and you may have touched millions, and you'll never know, because unless they are able to get in touch with you, you know, it's you know, that's why I think when people do get in touch with us, it's like, oh, man, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Wow. You know, like you know, our friend Brandon in Houston, right? You know, this he was probably 10. We were at a Jewish day school doing a presentation, and he was in the second row wearing a red shirt, put his hand up for everything, and was so eager and excited, but you could tell that there was something going on other than just being excited. And because he knew the answers, and he was willing to participate. And you know, we even commented on when we finished. We came in and we're like, the kid in the second row, wow, he was cool. Well, later on that day, we had an event at Whole Foods, and all of a sudden, in walks Brandon and I guess his mom and his little sister, Mirka.